Echo what tiger blood really is. In the video from last night, Sheen was at times incoherent. Watch.
Built by trolls. Keep that in mind. Phones were built by trolls. Okay, that gives us like 6,000 hours. Okay, great. Well, as it should be, duh. People need to hear my gold as it rolls out, not as it's like disappearing like so many freaking, magician's rabbits. We are in the middle of a movement here. An odyssey of epic proportions. Epic proportions. Well, hello, duh. I had more than fun. I had me with it. My plan is the best one in the room, and people are starting to wake up and realize that. Walk into my plan, and you're going to win. Winner.com. We're in the middle of genius, foiled by phones and trolls. And people are calling through, and it pisses me off because they're like interrupting again my brilliance. Well, I mean, what's not to love? It's my life. Winning. As I was saying, because people are calling me to change my number to get rid of these freaking interruptive trolls. Winning. Waiting and winning. Waiting for everyone to catch up. Everybody wins.
Earlier, I spoke with addiction specialist Dr. Drew Pinsky about what may be going on with Sheen. So, Dr. Drew, I hadn't been following this as closely as a lot of people, but I saw this video today, this latest video that he's put out, and it's really just stunning. I mean, this is a guy, he seems to be on the edge.
Right. It's disturbing and it's uncharacteristic. It's clearly a change. It's a condition we call hypomania. It's an inflated sense of self, grandiosity, pressured speech, distractibility, a belief in special powers. It's infectious, but the fact is it's a medical condition.
What do you mean it's infectious?
It never stays the same. It either gets worse. The people, you notice how the people around him are so, playing along with him. In fact, that's the most disturbing part of this for me, is that the people around him are validating these behaviors and actually amplifying them. And this either goes up into a psychotic episode, an acute manic episode, or starts to come down. And when it comes down, that's when the drug addict starts using again. In all likelihood, this is drug-induced. What I think is bizarre to me is how preoccupied people are with whether or not he's using. He's probably not using. I see this all the time, where stimulants induce a psychotic state, and when they become so high in their hypomanic state, then they don't want to use.
So he may not even be using any drugs right now, but his brain has changed? I mean, he seems like a fundamentally different person than he used to be.
It's exactly right. He's in a different biological state, a hypomanic state. And for somebody like me that deals with these kinds of things all the time, it's like looking at a rash or any other symptom complex. It's obvious what's going on here, and in all probability, it's drug-induced.
But what's amazing to me is, I mean, Live Nation has now signed some sort of a deal with him in order to promote his, his brand of winning. And as you said, these kind of sycophants around him, this guy he's talking to on the phone, who I guess is one of his representatives, just kind of plays along with whatever he says, laughs at what he says, or just kind of plays into it, keeps saying what he's saying is brilliant, his tweets are brilliant. I just want to play for our viewers some more from this rant.
I had more than fun. I had me with it.
Yeah, I like the way you go to Ustream and you see, right when you go to Ustream.com...
It's radical, and the people are doing exactly what they should be doing, which is watching me and listening to you, because we have all the answers, we have all the gold, we have all the solution, Bob. And keep in mind, like anytime I roll something out, my plan is the best one in the room, and people are starting to wake up and realize that their plan is my plan is gold.
Sort of the grandiosity is, it just comes off as seeming completely out of touch.
Right, it's out of touch, it's a belief in special powers, and the thing about hypomanics is they don't believe they have a problem. They believe you're the problem, and it sort of begs no alternative. They're very difficult to treat because they don't see it as a problem. Because they are so high in that state, they'll often say things like, I've figured it out, I understand the universe now. They feel in touch with something bigger than they've ever been in touch with before, but it goes to a very bad place. It's a medical condition,
so how do you recover from
and it
that?
Does not stay the same. Well, usually it's medication, or if it's drug-induced, obviously it's treating the underlying addiction. It's time sometimes. Again, when you have somebody who's an untreated addict, though, when they start coming down is when they start using again.
There's one more piece of this video I just want to play.
What kind of dog is that, you said? You said, what kind of dog is that? I say, it's a Sheen dog. What other kind of dog would it be? And it's inhabited, its soul is inhabited by the ghost of Betty, and now it will murder people. It will eat trolls with its razor fangs. And drop their spleens off in their children's tiny houses.
I mean, does a family intervene? What happens in a case like this? He's got obviously huge amounts of money.
I mean, right, that torrent of speech is so typical of hypomania. You know, those of us that don't have power and fame and money, your employer would step in, your family would step in, and the fact is, what usually happens is a doctor or the law enforcement steps in and puts somebody on an involuntary hold, a 5150. And that's where many of these patients end up oftentimes before they are effectively treated.
But somebody who has money like him, I mean, he's going to get a radio show or, you know, I mean, can he continue to function?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah. No, it's going to get worse. Things are going to be bad. I just don't know when. And isn't that funny, though? And this is why people seem to not be able to comprehend that celebrities, the reason they seem to have so much trouble is they don't have the usual barriers that the rest of us have. They have sycophants around them. They have unlimited amounts of money. So their diseases, their psychiatric conditions, when they occur, tend to play out to a much greater extent, and the consequences often are much, much worse before they ever come to treatment.
And treatment is possible, though.
Well, absolutely. I've got lots and lots of patients like this. This is a very common thing. In fact, I just had a patient 2 days ago who told me that he was jealous and angry at his friends, cocaine-addicted friends, that get like this because they're high all the time and they don't need to keep using. And eventually, of course, they know that never goes to a good place. But the drug addict thinks that way, like, damn, he's like that even without using. So this business about is he using or not using, there's no doubt in my mind he's not using right now. But there's also no doubt in my mind that he will use again soon.
Dr. Drew, appreciate your time. Thanks.
Pleasure. Thanks.
Well, a quick reminder for everyone who'd like to see more Dr. Drew. His new nightly show premieres April 4th at 9 p.m. Eastern on our sister